And welcome back to episode 13 of the Bayou Dragons podcast. The per usual, me and old Matthew, we're on it with first-time guest Nathaniel Sanchez.
How y'all doing?
And to my right, my boy Nicholas Carrier.
What's up, Nick? Say what's up
Matt?
to the people, man.
What's up?
Glad to have you on, brother.
Thank you.
Give just a little background before we go into it.
Okay, so
give the rundown of.
So for those of y'all who don't know, Nicholas to my left here, he's Nathan down there on the end. He's been one of my best friends since we were kids. Nick is his brother, and he's grown to be a pretty much a brother to me as well. Nick has a long list of accolades. This man, not only is he a very handsome young man, he is a chicken farmer, a cowboy, entrepreneur, singer, musician. He bowls, he plays baseball, and this man hits dingers. He does taekwondo, plays basketball, and he even swam in the Special Olympics as a swimmer. The man can do it all.
And he's a social media tycoon.
Social media mogul, dude. This guy is blowing up.
Did you say musician?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. He is like, Nick has just the craziest life experiences, and we were dying to have him on. We finally made it happen. I'm really glad we're here.
He's honestly, and me and Nathan were joking about it, but not joking about it, that Nick is a busy dude.
He is.
Like, too busy for us.
Very busy.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I had to ask Nathan, I was like, will you call Nick and ask him to be on? And he was like, I'll see, but might not happen. I was like, well, son of a bitch.
What'd you have going on today, Nick? What'd you do today?
I take care of my next chicks.
The chicks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Nick currently is running a pretty big chicken operation. It's called Nick's Chicks, right?
Right.
You pull up to the house, we got a big sign in the front, Nick's Chicks, and you are supplying just about everybody in town with eggs right about now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Big deal. We're still selling shirts?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit here and there.
Yeah, here and there.
How many chickens do you have, Nick?
23.
23.
Yes.
23
It's
chickens.
a load of chickens, boy.
Damn, that's a lot of chicken shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's more than you have to deal with just Nathan.
And how do people, is there any way, like, people could buy your shirts? Nick, are you selling them yet, or you just kind of just have them right now, just test running?
Yeah, that's test running.
I think we're selling them like locally to the people
Local.
around. They just like they put in an order and then my mom goes and makes them. She doesn't want to make too many because we don't have that many people buying them yet. But
Well, hell, I bought 2 dozen Nick's Chicks eggs last night.
Oh,
yesterday.
Hey, man, they walked in carrying 2 cartons full of eggs for you today. So it's an egg-eating dude right there in Mr. P. May.
So, Nick, what made you want to, start having chickens and the eggs and all that?
I just love chickens.
Well,
I
simple,
really do.
sweet, and
Yeah, you love like farming and like farm animals and just animals in general.
Yeah,
I know you love your dogs, man, and
I do.
and you had a horse at one point, Vinny.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a good horse, man.
it was.
Yeah, and I was sad that that y'all had to lose him, but
Yeah.
hey, man, I got a horse you can come ride anytime, brother.
Sounds
you
good.
come out and see my boy Cash. But yeah, man, really excited to have you on, dude. And also, I didn't add to the list. Nick is an outdoorsman. Nick loves to hunt. We've taken Nick hunting a couple of times. Great experiences. Had a blast. And I mean, you had a good time, didn't you?
Yes, I do.
Was it? How many times did we've got you out there on some pretty rough mornings, huh?
Yeah.
Cold
Cold.
out there.
Cold.
What did you think about going out in the marsh with us and getting to spend some time with us? You enjoyed it, huh?
I enjoyed it.
What do you think you liked about it the most?
Hang out with my buds and drink some beer.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
not in the blind after we get back though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That's awesome, man.
yeah, normally, we haven't brought Nick in a couple of years now. We need to get him back out there, but
We'll make
like
it happen this
I
season.
feel like I remember every time we're in the blind and we have a pile of birds or whatever, I just look over and Nick is just constantly holding 2 ducks in his hand by the neck like this, just smiling ear to ear.
Puts a grin right on his face, man. Those are some of my best memories, dude. I have some really great pictures of us. When we used to go in like and draw out in Anahuac, and we would pull and like go in and like kayak into this unit, and like I have some pictures of Nick, and we're like eating cosmic brownies and all that, and hanging out, and Nick's just having the time of his life, man. I loved it.
Yeah, we probably need to get him on one of them field hunts, rice field or dry field. It'd be a lot easier for him than trekking through the marsh.
We can try to get him out on Jenkins this year.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You've well, I don't know if it was rabbit or ducks, but have you shot a duck before?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nathan, did he get a shot on a duck, or was it rabbit hunting at the house?
I think we had him water swat a bird one time, but he has shot rabbits. I remember we were a lot younger, but we would go out in the yard with my 20 gauge, and he'd put down a pile of rabbits in one night.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
So hunting dude and old Nicholas, man.
I didn't know a lot of some of these little backstories of Nicholas before we kind of talked before this podcast. But Nathan, I want you to kind of elaborate on how Nicholas is basically famous, like concerts and everything.
So one good story about Nick. He's like, everybody loves Nick, but I remember being
How
at
can you
this.
not though?
I know. I remember being at this concert at Ford Park in Beaumont, Texas, and Brantley Gilbert was playing. He was opening up for Tim McGraw, and it's a pretty big place.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the back, and you look to the front, it's way up there.
Yeah. No, it holds like what 10, 15,000 people, something like that.
Something like that. But I remember I'm walking around in the back because they have like a little lawn area, and I hear the crowd just going wild. Brantley Gilbert's playing. I look way up there, and they have these big TVs on the side of the stage, and Nick is on stage with Brantley Gilbert with his arm around him, singing his songs with Brantley. And I was like, no freaking way that is happening.
What did you get to like make your way up there? Or?
Who?
You.
Yeah, I went up there, and I was just like, I was standing like in the standing area.
Or they like, get out of here, dude. Like, you're like, no, that's my brother.
Yeah, I was like,
dude.
that's my brother. Well, then Tim McGraw comes on, and what do you know? Nick gets on stage with Tim McGraw, and I have a picture of him. He has his arm around Tim McGraw, and Brantley Gilbert invited us onto his bus after that. Remember?
I remember that.
That was fun, huh?
Oh, yeah, it
Nice,
was.
dude. Did you get to talk to him, Nick?
Oh, yes, I did.
What did he say?
I said, go Dogs.
Go dog, Georgia Bulldogs, huh?
Georgia Bulldogs.
Big Georgia Bulldogs fan. Now,
Oh, yeah.
You're a fan of a lot of different teams, and you're into a lot of different music, a lot of different sports, all that kind of stuff. What would you say right now is like your current favorite?
My current favorite is classic rock.
Classic rock. You're
Oh,
into
yeah.
some classic. Yeah, I kind of dabble in a little bit back and forth, depending on how I'm feeling. You know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Who's your favorite band?
My favorite band on classic rock will be Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. Hey, here
oh,
comes the rooster. I can dig it, man.
He likes 38 Special, too.
I do.
He has some pictures also with 38 Special.
Dude, was that the time we went up and saw him at in Green Hall? Or was that a different time?
That was 2 tons of steel.
That was
Yeah.
2 tons. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Was
I
Nick
was
with
a little
them too?
drunk. Some alcohol was
yeah,
involved.
Nowhere near as popular of a band as
My bad. Okay. 38 did play at Riverfest a while back.
Yeah.
Was that then?
No, I think one of Nicholas's teachers from school, Sherry Meadows.
Yeah.
She brings Nick on all kinds of concerts and vacations and stuff. It was one of those times that she brought him to a concert.
Well, we're really excited to have you on, Nick. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and sit
Welcome.
with us, man. We're
So Nick, you were talking beforehand. You went to a concert here recently and got to meet. Did you get to meet
Ranger Smith?
Ranger Smith?
Yes.
And how was that?
It was good.
He bring you up on stage or anything crazy like that, or just backstage or what?
No, I wish so.
Oh, you wish?
Yeah.
What is you did get some stuff out of it though? What did you
I
get?
did. He gave me his guitar pick, drumsticks, paper airplane.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his I think the drummer?
Yeah.
He made a paper airplane and he put his autograph on it. And I guess normally he just flies it into the crowd, but he like kind of held it and flew it all the way down to Nick right there in front row.
Hell yeah!
Badass, dude. I go to these concerts, man, and all I get is like I get sprayed with beer, and I go home stinking, and my wife's mad at me. You come home from these concerts just stacked. You get all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's badass, dude.
It's badass.
Hell yeah. Well, let's talk about this season, man. I wanna get you out and let's like do some hunting, man. You want to go out and do some duck hunting this year with us?
Oh yeah, I do. I love to.
We're really excited about it, man. We have some really promising things coming up, and I'd love to get you back out in the blind, maybe get you on some birds, man.
Oh yeah.
So of all of hunting, I know you've done some rabbit hunting. You've done a lot of fishing too. You have a pond right by the house.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think's your favorite out of all that?
I kind of like dove hunting.
Dove hunting?
Oh yeah.
So dove hunting, you just kind of sit down, crack a cold beer, and
Oh yeah. Crack a
shoot some
cool beer.
birds?
Oh yeah, shoot some birds.
I got you. I can get down with that.
Oh yeah.
I can get down with that for sure.
So, Nick, you run multiple social media platforms, and you are probably the most consistent person I know on earth at posting. How do you have time to post on 8 different things on 8 different accounts, and you stay consistent with all of them?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He just got it like that.
he
man.
does. I mean, and I try to like every single one of them
Oh yeah.
But
Every
I'll-
day he's posting.
every day, and I'm literally just amazed because he posts more than we do
Oh yeah.
on 8 different platforms, and it's
Yeah.
because he has. So you love. I don't think we've said this yet, but you love WWE.
Yes, I do love WWE.
Dude, I've seen that translation in that onto TikTok. You got a pretty good TikTok going on, man. You
Thank you.
stone cold some beers, man. And
Smashing.
that video got big. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
viral hit, dude.
I think he had like 800,000 views on that one video on TikTok.
Jesus.
Dude, that's nuts, man. The people
And
love it.
the quality of the video was so poor, but he still got like 800,000 views on it.
Love to see you doing your thing, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I remember there's been times when we've got to hang out and sit around a fire and drink some beer together and
Oh,
had some good nights, man. A lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite WWE wrestler, Nick?
Ooh, I'd probably say Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You not an Undertaker guy?
He quit.
I know he did, but in his prime, he was the shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
think
like him.
he's
You
like
him a lot.
newer, huh? Is he new, like a newer guy?
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite, like classic WWE, like
All
old
time.
school, all time?
Of all time.
John Cena.
John Cena. Da, 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 da.
You can't see me.
We're going to have that on the soundboard next week. You
Yes.
count on it.
We're start doing that shit here. Hell yeah, give him that no seeing. Yeah, no, you with your social media, Nick, you're consistent. You've been really into the WWE. Are you in a fad right now of watching scary movies?
I love scary movies a lot.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Ooh, there are good ones. I'd probably say It.
It.
Like the new It or
Clown.
the old It?
I like a new one.
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll get on Instagram and I'll be scrolling, and it's usually hunting stuff, and then there's you wearing a Jason mask with a chainsaw in your bedroom, just scaring, and just scares the shit out of me. I'll be 2:30 in the morning,
Dude,
and
he'll send
Nick
me
is just
stuff like that too. Bro, I used to live with him, dude. I would walk in the house, he'd be standing in the window with that Jason mask on and the machete, and I would shit. I would shit my pants. I'd turn around and run, and then he would just pull it up and be like, "It's just me, Matt."
Oh yeah, I like scary movies. Like it's kind of fun being scared. But Nick, like when my parents go out of town, he'll stay at home by himself and just watch scary movies.
Dude, and it's not a
at
fad.
night.
It is not a fad. Nick has been scary movie maniac since I've known him.
Like when they go out of town, we have a gate at the front, and he'll put on his like Jason mask and get a baseball bat and walk out there and close the gate. And he'll just keep his baseball bat right next to him, just in case I guess someone comes in the house or whatever.
So that is,
Home defense special right there.
yeah, I would be scared as shit. Like a 5'2" Jason coming at me with a bat, I'd be petrified.
And he's built.
And
I
he's
mean,
built.
he is
Yeah,
built.
you got shoulders, bro, like an old calf. But I didn't know if that was a fad. I didn't know that you'd like scary movies. I'm going to start letting you go with my wife to the movies because I hate scary movies. I'm the biggest bitch when it comes to scary movies. That's why I'm saying your social
Would
media
you do
platform.
it, Nick? Would you take Porter's wife on a date to the movies?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Your girlfriend wouldn't be mad about that?
She might be.
Well, I mean, she can come with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take a double date. Take your
Double date, there
girlfriend
you
and
go.
take my wife to look and wine and dine them. Take them out, let them have a good time.
Yeah,
See some
but
scary movies?
yeah, but my girlfriend don't like scary movies.
Well, perfect. Me and
There
her
you
will go
go.
watch a comedy while you and my wife go watch a scary movie, dude. That sounds like a deal.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we've been going in and picking your brain and getting your story, Nick. Nate, this is your first time on the podcast.
Yes.
So let's kind of dive into a little bit about like how we met. You came over here. Poor Nathan.
Appreciate it.
You came over here when we were like in 6th grade. You moved in from Georgia.
Yeah, fifth growing into like 5th grade summer going into 6th grade.
Yeah. So you lived in Georgia. What age were we then? Probably like 12 years old, something like
Yeah, I
that.
think came over here when I was 11 probably.
I remember I had a couple of friends, the guys I ran around with. I guess at that time, we weren't really doing much running around. Our moms were just taking us everywhere.
Yeah.
But no, I had these friends, and then this new guy shows up, and it's Nathan. And everybody called him Peaches. I was like,
Because I came from Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia, okay.
Why
I'm
is-
like, who is
what's
this?
the correlation
I'm like,
with
who
that?
is this
The Georgia
prick?
peach.
Never heard of it. Keep going.
This guy shows up, I'm like, who is this prick?
Oh my God.
He's taking all my friends. And then me and Nathan met, and I was like, he's a cool dude, man.
What can I say?
You can't say anything.
I can't say anything.
No, so growing up, we did a lot of hunting together and running around in the marsh, and in that transition period where we're starting to kind of like, we have our own means to go out and hunt and do all these things, and drive out there, walk in, and then that transition to boating in, and then traveling out of our area to go and hunt ducks, man. So just give us a rundown, dude.
Well, I mean, I guess it all started when we finally were able to drive.
Yeah.
And we would have to walk in everywhere. We didn't have boats or nothing. But I just remember going out and staying out all night, just camping in our vehicles, maybe light up the pit and cook some hot dogs or something.
Some bonds were made.
Yeah. And then walking in miles into the marsh.
Oh, yeah.
Carrying all your gear.
Yeah, wasn't there a now for those of y'all that are viewers and watching the podcast, there's a fellow sitting behind the camera right now who is just a world-class duck caller. Wasn't there a time where he was calling out in the marsh and you took his call and threw it in the marsh?
Yeah, it's my buddy Christian Simpson. If y'all didn't know, he was wailing on his call. We had some birds coming right in, and I had the same exact call as him. And I was like, Christian, let me see that call. Because he just would not let off of it. For some reason, I don't know, he was just feeling himself on that call.
He's giving us the bird right now from behind the camera.
He's feeling himself.
So he hands me his call, and I kind of blow it a couple times, and I just take it, and I just throw it right into the marsh. And the look on his face, and it was like probably, we were just getting into it. It was like maybe like a $40 flex tone or something.
Oh, but that was big time.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was like, you
The gray
definitely
one?
crossed the line, dude.
And
You crossed the
he was
line
so
on that
mad
one.
at me, and I was like, bro, I got the same exact call here. You can have mine. And he just looked at me and said, it's not the same. Same exact call. He was pissed
That's
for a
that
while.
Academy special, bro. You can't get that back ever.
But he was like, we were all just now getting into duck hunting. So, well, that was a couple years after we got into it, but
So
he's been practicing though.
So we've grown into it together, over the years. So nowadays things are kind of taking, I wouldn't say a different direction, but it's got to the point where everybody's kind of establishing themselves in life, and we're moving around and all that. What do you got going on now?
Who, me?
Yeah, like with hunting and just hanging around. I feel like I
Nah.
hardly ever see you.
I feel like I get pooched on hunting season every year with work. Like I work shift work just like everybody else, but it's nice having the time off during the week to get out there and hunt when nobody's out there.
I know Porter's about to say something.
I'm not. I'm just listening, man.
I thought he was about.
I was
thought he was
gonna-
about to clarify.
No. I was curious. I know Nathan was last. No, how many years have you been going out of state to hunt now? Was last year your first, or did
No,
you go
like
before
3
that?
years. Like 3 years.
Okay. And last year I heard y'all had a phenomenal mallard hunt,
Oh yeah.
one for the books.
Oh, it was awesome.
Would you like to just describe a few seconds of
Yeah.
the situation you were in? Because I heard it was like dealt with a canyon. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we went out of state to Oklahoma, and me and one of my buddies, Ryan, and he has some college buddies. He played college baseball. He went up there. His college buddies, they run a guide service up there, but we just kind of were going to go hunt, and then if they want us, wanted to let us come hunt with them and help them out, we would. And we'd kind of been scouting around. It hadn't rained in like 100 and something days, so there was no water anywhere. Sandhills everywhere, but we went a week after sandhill season closed. But they called us up and it's like, hey man, we got all these people we're guiding. Y'all want to come help out and just get in with us? And we were like, yeah. So we went and hunting with them, and like I said, there was no water, so there was just a pond, very small pond that was very low, and they were just passing by through there getting a drink, going to the feed or going to roost or whatever. But they were coming off the lake, and it was just like this big mountain range, like behind, and man, we were set up perfect. Layout blinds tucked into the bank. These birds were just coming over the fucking hills right into the pond, dude. And we shot like 80-something ducks. Yeah, mostly mallards.
It was 13 of y'all, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
All tucked in tight, and they just spread their wings for you.
The sun was at our back, and it just hit our layout blinds perfectly in the edge of the bank of the pond. And, like, we would shoot 10 at a time, probably. And then we would just all get up and run and grab the birds and come get back in the blinds because they were everywhere.
Is that like the videos where you see where there's guys and it's just like, get them, and then there's just like infinite amount of gunshots, and there's like birds are falling, and you're like, well, of course they're gonna fall.
Oh, dude,
we had so many guns on them.
It was awesome. And then we had another good hunt after that. We shot some lessers. Me and Ryan had been scouting for a couple days. We found a good feed of about probably 4,000 lessers, and we ended up hunting them and shot quite a few.
And would you say on like hunting big groups like that, would you prefer that to hunting a small group? Would you prefer having all those guns? As like, I feel like there is, you have obviously much more opportunity to harvest birds, but then you kind of lose that personal experience as like saying you can know that you harvested this particular bird or whatever. If it's the case where it's a band gets involved or a mount worthy bird gets involved, something like that, would you prefer to hunt a big group like that just strictly because of the numbers, or would you prefer to hunt smaller? Man,
like I've always been, if I know there's going to be a lot of birds, I'm calling as many people as I can, and we're going to put a hurting on them.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just fun, like getting into a big shootout like that. Like it's cool, like after you shoot your limit, like it happens to us all the time, Shoot our limit, we're picking everything up, and birds are just still wanting in there.
Yeah.
But like every now and then, I think it's fun to just go out there and just absolutely destroy them.
Yeah, like what, 4 people, so that's usually a pretty good. That's 5, including you, and we're all sitting here, me, Nick, Matt, Grundle.
And we had a really great morning. I can recall.
Not bad, dude. I wasn't gonna. I really didn't mean to say that.
We got an extra behind the camera we're really just
Christian.
picking on him.
Yeah,
I apologize. But I recall a really, really good hunt we had one morning where we were 5 deep, and I mean we knocked down. I want to say, out of one group we knocked down like 16 birds. Like everybody tripled. It was crazy too because it was me, you, Connor, Christian, and a guy that we don't often hunt with is a friend of ours that we worked with, and it was just like it was lights out shooting all morning. But that to me is like a small group. You're not like 13 guns deep
in the marsh. Like when we're hunting public marsh, I don't like hunting that many people.
Well, you can't hide them.
Attaboy.
It's hard.
Hell yeah, Nick.
The big slurp, baby.
Hell yeah, dude. So Nick, we'll get back to Nathan, but Nick's the real. Like we can get Nathan on here anytime we want, but Nick is.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah, he pooches all the time.
Yeah,
we won't get into it.
Yeah, we won't get into the Pooch Master 3000. But Nick, I've been dying, and I was gonna wait for a little bit longer, but so I just recently learned about your musical endeavor that you've been pursuing, and it is such a unique name, hilariously unique name, and I was going to see if you didn't mind elaborating on that.
I don't mind.
Go ahead.
Tell us what it's about.
It's about Maroon 2.
Maroon 2.
Oh, yeah.
What a genius.
What did you get? How'd you come up with that name?
I came up with that name because when I listen to like Maroon 5, it kind of like blows my mind, and all of a sudden I think about it, and I said like Maroon too and all that.
Because it was
Because you
only
had
two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was you and it was
Coach Morris.
Coach Morris.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was back when we were in school.
Yeah.
And you did a video where y'all did like a music video,
Yes, we did.
and it did pretty. I mean, everybody loved it.
It was on the news.
It was
Channel
on
12
man.
news.
Channel 12 covered it, and they were like, "Nick's the guy."
Oh yeah.
What did they call you about that? Did you get to talk to them, or?
Oh, they called my mom about it.
And they did. I mean, what did they say?
They said, "How did it come up the name and all that?"
Yeah, so they just kind of asked you some questions. You know how it all came about. That was a big deal, dude.
I mean, you've been on national television. I mean, you've done it all. But Maroon 2, I don't know if people actually like grasp how fantastic that name is. I think that is witty as shit. Maroon 2. And I'm not being facetious at all. I think that's a great name.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the Coach Morris guy that well. I heard you're really tight with him. But I will say he cannot carry shit. He couldn't even carry your handbag, bro.
He's telling him he couldn't hold a candle to you.
You have the voice in that
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but he needs to take vocal lessons. But you did fantastic.
Thank you.
I saw the video yesterday. Nathan showed me on Channel 12 News.
You're late, bro.
I am
You're
late.
late, bro.
I didn't know.
I've been a Maroon 2 fan since day one,
Well,
dude.
I just saw a picture, or you posted a Snapchat story yesterday saying Maroon
did.
2 and
Represent, baby.
representing.
Throw him up, dude.
Yeah,
Throw
throwing
him
up the
up,
horns,
man.
bro.
Coach Morris he was cool though. He's like one of those guys in school that like took Nick under his wing, like the coach, like the cool coach.
Yeah.
He had Nick like when we played football on Friday nights. Nick was on the field, on the sideline, like he was a water boy.
Yeah, there generally wasn't anybody that we had problems with in regards to Nick. Now, when there was, it was a big problem.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves Nick, you know, and you, especially being his big brother, was like, you know, when somebody we had one time where
Physically big. He's older than you, though.
Yeah, he is older.
So he's actually your big brother.
He is your big brother.
My big little brother.
Big little brother, and that's what
Love you,
Mitch.
brother.
That's what Mitch is to me. Anybody that's seen Mitch on this podcast, he's big, but he's actually younger than me, so he's my little brother. But no, whenever I recall a time where, and it was, I think it was just the one time, and we said it straight. You don't fuck with Nick. Period. Good times.
At all.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why like I don't ever go read the comments when Nick posts stuff like that Stone Cold video. Man, like some of my friends are like, man, just whatever you do, don't go read the comments because there is some shitty people out there that
Yeah,
just
man.
People suck.
yeah.
But
Yeah, like I've never taken like Nick, like he's cool to drink at the house, but there ain't no way I'd bring him to like a bar or something.
well, no.
Yeah,
I
you
feel like
get in a
there's
fight,
that
man.
one dude out there that's gonna be an asshole.
And here's the big problem with that, and we've talked about this before. If, in all reality, you are Nick's little brother, you're his little brother.
yeah,
So if that ever became the case and, you know, an altercation occurred and, you know, you had to get into it with somebody, Nick, if you ever saw somebody put their hands on Nathan, you would probably go over there and whoop him pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I beat him up.
Nick is extremely strong. I can cite
him.
personal experience. The very first time I met Nick, he kicked my ass. And I'm not understating this or whatsoever.
I'm lucky
He
that me and
beat
Matt
my ass.
are friends because like that was at the beginning of our friendship, and you could have easily just been like, nah, screw that, dude.
Dude, no. I can tell you right now, if that were to happen, you know, it'd be a bad deal all the way around because Nick would really hurt somebody. The first time me and Nick ever met, Nathan had just come in from Georgia, and we were at a high school football game, and, you know, of course, we were in 6th grade or so, and he was like, hey, man, I want to introduce you to my brother. And so I was like, yeah, for sure. Well, Nick was big on WWE at the time. And so he comes over there to me, and I'm like, what's up, Nick? And he just wraps me up and absolutely just choke slams me into the dirt. And I'm like, Nick, I'm like, hey, man, like, we're cool like that, right? Like, we're good, right? And Nathan's my friend, you know? Like, he's like, nah. Took it to a whole new level. Like, picked me up, flipped me over.
Yeah, I'm walking by. We're at the high school football game, and like, there's this little area that everybody just like plays football or whatever. Like all the little kids. We're in like 6th grade, and I'm walking by, just met Matthew, first year together, and someone's like, "Hey, Nate, like, Nick's got Matt in a headlock," and I'm like, "What?" And I look over, and Nick has Matt, his head right here, just staring at me. I'm like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "Nick, let go," and he just looks at me and just shakes his head. I'm like, "Nick, come on, like, let go." Well, he just drops to his knees and slams Matt's head into the ground.
Absolutely buried my face in like we were like right up where the grass meets the concrete, and just I remember like it cut me up and like
cut your forehead up, and Nick just
and
got up and threw his hands up like he did nothing
I
wrong.
didn't do nothing.
But Matt's head was bleeding. He had to go home for a short time.
I had to run back to the house and change before I came back and made my reemergence. I couldn't let that hurt my my image with the 8th grade girls that I was trying to get.
But what could you do though? Like
Get with?
he couldn't do nothing.
You weren't getting with nothing in middle school.
Man, I was macking on the girls back then, boy.
God.
I was getting them all.
You were maybe
dude.
McDonaldin, but not no goddamns.
No, but that was during Nick's like big WWE.
Oh, he was
stage.
big on it for sure.
And my mom would get mad at him all the time because like we had a trampoline. Everybody had a trampoline when they were younger, but Nick would huh?
Oh, I did.
Oh, well, you're a bitch. But Nick would have me in a chokehold and be squeezing my throat, and I would be tapping, and that would just make him squeeze harder, and he would like he doesn't know his strength. He's strong as hell. And he would just squeeze me and just until I passed out. And then he would get up, same thing, throw his hands up like he did nothing wrong. And then I would just be all delirious and shit.
He's over here nodding his head. He's like, "Yeah, I'm strong. I know it. I'm a badass dude, man."
How many times, Nick, have you gave Nathan the people's elbow?
Once, I think.
Well,
Just once?
I mean, that's more than I ever have.
No, well,
so.
like at that time, his favorite was The Undertaker.
Oh,
yeah.
so you were tombstoning him?
Yeah, he would
Yeah,
he would
Undertaker.
he would choke slam me, tombstone me. Oh man, I guess I was just his practice dummy or whatever for his WWE.
And Nick is a beat ass dude. I remember we would like come over and we'd swim, we like wrestle in the pool, and I get to a point where I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
Or I'll die.
And yeah, Nick's like gatekeeping the stairs for me to get out of the pool, and he's like, "You gotta get through me." I was just dreading it. Like I gotta go. I gotta go.
I gotta go, dude. If you need me, I'll be in the truck.
I gotta go.
I was to go hide from him. We take golf cart rides just so Nick wouldn't kick my ass.
Yeah, just so Nick wouldn't kick your ass.
Yeah, just said
Both
that.
y'all's asses. So, Nick, you like video games, man?
I do a lot.
What's your favorite video game right now?
I'd probably say UFC.
UFC?
Oh, yeah.
You can customize your own dude and everything?
No, I don't.
Oh, you just fight?
I just fight.
Who's your favorite fighter?
I'd probably say Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor?
Oh, yeah.
I do thoroughly cherish Conor McGregor. I will say his Proper 12 whiskey is not that good. I'll give it about a 4.8, but that's besides
Out
the
of
point.
10? Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
I've never had
Not
the
a-
proper 12.
It's not that good. But, I mean, he'd beat me up, I guess, if he ever saw me. But
I
his
don't know,
whiskey's
man.
not-
I mean, I think you're
no.
out of
But
his weight class.
No. But his whiskey's just not that good.
I've seen
I'll say
Porter fight though. Like,
He's not that
like
good.
if we ever went out, there would be a line of people just ready to get knocked out by Porter.
that.
And would the line get stopped after the second person because Porter would be laying cold on the ground?
Yeah, I'd be a corpse.
Glass jaw.
Yeah, dude. They call me the paper man. But so Nick, so UFC, anything else that you play a lot of? I know I'm trying to go through all your social media platforms, and we go off on this and that, and I can literally keep jumping back and go to a different one. And I know you post a lot of games on one of them. So UFC,
WWE.
WWE,
yeah.
Yeah.
And do you fight with? Who'd you say earlier?
John Cena.
Oh,
John
you
Cena,
still
yeah.
you still fight with John Cena
Yeah, I
on there?
still fight with John Cena, yeah.
Hell yeah,
No,
he's still buff.
I remember when
Yeah.
we
Is he bigger than me?
What?
Is he bigger than me?
Yes.
Oh,
much bigger than you. I remember we used to play UFC all the time, and I would get in the octagon with you, and you would kick my ass with Mighty Mouse every single time. Mighty Mouse. What was his name? Demetrius.
I think so.
Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Something like that.
Let me ask you this. All right, we'll transition a little bit. You swam in the Special Olympics.
Yes, I do.
How was you still do?
No, he did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. How was that, dude? Was there like a lot of people? Like, did you feel like there was a lot of pressure? Were you just out there kind of doing your thing?
I was gonna go out there and do my thing.
Did you have fun doing it?
Oh yeah, I have fun.
How'd y'all do? I mean, how did you do? You swam like well for yourself?
Yes, I swim well by myself. Yeah.
What did you?
They like taught him a lot, man. They like all the swimming like moves, I guess, like the breaststroke, the backstroke, the butterfly, whatever.
Deep
They
stroke.
taught, yeah, like this kid can swim. Like no, like my mom would always be worried, like when he's in the pool at the house, because he would just like submerge underwater for minutes at a time, and she would freak out thinking that he drowned or something, but he was just holding his breath.
I remember he would do that too. Like he would, and you know what he would do? He would do that, and then he would go like he would have his belly facing down and his back. He would just float.
Yeah, he would just float up.
like he was drowned or something.
Yeah.
Like he was just a corpse laying in the pool, and you go over there and you'd be like, Nick, and he would just turn over and be like, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Like,
Well,
hey.
well, hello, buddy.
Well, hello, buddy. But no, so what in your event, what was your event? Did you swim like, do you know how far it was, or
I probably said far.
it was pretty far?
I don't like that was we were still in Georgia, so he was a lot younger.
I was probably
like when we came over here, they didn't. I don't really think they offer something like that around here anywhere, but
It was just like,
it
was
was
it
a
a down
while
and
back.
back or like down?
yeah,
and-
it was like the actual like the pool with the
yeah, with like the rails in it. and all that,
yeah.
That's pretty badass, dude. For somebody your age to be swimming at that, like you said, it was before y'all came down from Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
for
so
somebody
you were
your
young.
age to be doing that, you were young, dude.
Yeah,
That's
he was
badass.
probably like 15
yeah.
or 16.
That's
15
badass,
probably.
man.
Can you swim better than Nathan?
Yes.
I believe it.
Do you think you could still swim as good now as you used to?
Yeah. I do.
Or do you think better or
Probably
worse?
better.
Like you think you can swim better now?
Better.
Now. You practice a lot at the house? I know you guys got a pool.
Yeah, we got a pool.
You still practice like your
Breaststroke.
event type swimming that you would do, like you did in the Olympics?
Yeah. I under swim and all that.
Like under the water.
Yeah.
Like
under the water.
underwater swimming. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude, that's badass.
He looks like a frog when he swims. Like, you know how like people like kick their feet like when they're swimming?
Yeah.
He just like, I don't know how to explain it, but like imagine like a frog like squatting and then like jumping. He like kicks his feet like a frog.
You even did the squat when you said that. You were like, squat, jump. That's what we need to do. We need to go frogging. We need to go frogging again. It's been a while since we've been frogging, man. It's prime time right now. We need to hit it right
Man.
now before it cools off again.
We have a live audience.
Mitchell this is like his first time not being on the podcast. He cannot fucking contain himself back there. He's having a blast.
Is that so I didn't know anything before this podcast that you were on you swam at the Special Olympics. Where was it?
Is it in Georgia?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
I can't remember what town it
in
was in
Georgia.
Georgia.
So it wasn't Georgia. So like you did a full blown 4-person relay
Yeah, I did the relay.
with
Yep.
the relay,
Yeah.
and
I mean, I can't really elaborate on it too much because I was like probably 10 at the time.
yeah, your
so I
brain, you just weren't fully developed back then, dude.
He's still not fully developed.
Yeah, he's not. But
I mean, you're enjoying that Lone Star?
Oh yeah,
What do you? What's your favorite type of beer?
Lone Star for sure.
It's Lone Star for sure.
Oh,
You,
yeah.
you
You hear
say
that?
that with some confidence.
hey, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go ahead and plug. We're sponsored by Giglio Distributing. They
Lone
got
Star,
really,
baby.
yeah. Drink Lone Star. I guess what all Miller Lite, you know.
Whatever they drink, but we drink
Wait,
Lone
Dude,
Star.
the
So
other day I came home and Nick was drinking a Frio Light.
where
I
did
was
you
like,
acquire
golly.
that? Where'd you get a Frio?
It's probably got thrown out of a car.
I said, Nick, what are you doing, balling on a budget? I said, I know your chick business is making way more money than that.
Dude, let me tell you this. There was this one time we went to Guitar Center. You remember this, Nick?
oh yeah.
Yeah, we went to Guitar Center. Me and Nick I was taking him out, a little stroll around the town. You know, I figured I'd spoil him a little bit. And we go to Guitar Center. I know he's big into his bands, but, you know, he loves his music. So we go to Guitar Center. I was going to get him a couple posters. We get to the checkout counter, and he picked out a few that he liked, and you still got a few of them on your wall, huh?
Oh yes, I do.
Like Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah. So we get to the checkout counter, and Nick is kind of like, I guess he thought for a second maybe like I gotta pay. So like he reaches into his pocket and he just pulls out this fucking wad. I mean, he's got a stack of cash this big, and I was like, Nick, man, I got you, man. And then I was like, maybe I should let him get me. You know what I mean? But this boy's banking over here, man. He's doing good with his businesses.
Yes, that's the entrepreneur inside of Nick.
Dude, he's probably one of the only businesses that takes in 100% of the profit.
Yeah,
because my mom buys all the chicken feed and all that stuff, and Nick just collects the money and just
yeah,
that's
brother.
the way to do it, man.
Profit.
But I will say this too: I know how passionate he is about his animals, whether it's his chickens or like anything he gets involved in. That's his life, man.
Yeah,
like he lives and breathes those chickens right now.
The first time I went over there to buy eggs from Nick, I walked up and he was out there. He just got done feeding them, and he's like, "Watch out, a lot of chicken shit," and he was washing his boots off, and I was like,
Dude,
dude.
I felt that now. I felt so bad. Nathan and I used to live together on the same property, with Nicholas and them. They have a house close by, and the chicken coop's right in front of the house that Nathan and I lived in. And we both had dogs. Now, my dog in particular was a chicken killer. I'd let her outside, I just let her do her thing. We're like right by the highway, so I kind of got to watch. And I let her out one day, and I'm not really thinking much of it. And I look up, and I see a rogue chicken just roaming the yard outside the fence. And I was like, oh no. And right as I saw the chicken, my dog saw it too. It was a black lab. Her name's Nellie. Nellie saw the chicken too, and I was like, Nellie, and I yelled at her, and there's nothing you could do. Instinct takes over, and Nellie is gone after this chicken. So I started sprinting, and like I just out of the corner of my eye, I look over and I see Nick, and he just goes, no, and I took off, dude. And Nellie just bears down on this chicken and just starts ripping him to shreds. Like I just the amount of feathers I saw come off this chicken, I thought it's over with. And I get the dog. Just what are you gonna do? It's a bird. You got a bird dog. That's what dogs do. And so I grabbed her and I ripped her off the chicken. Yeah, it's a chicken, but do dogs differentiate? I don't know. We'll have to do a deep dive study on that. But I like yanked her off, and the chicken was fine, but he looked like he had a real bad case of mange. And Nick just ran over there and scooped up the chicken and like ran him back to the little hen house. And I was like, oh God, I felt so bad after that. I was like, oh my gosh, I will never ever forget this.
Nick, were you able to bring it back to health, nurse it back to health?
Yes.
Did it still live?
Yes, it's still there.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad to know that, because up to this point, I didn't know. I didn't know if the chicken made it or not. I'm glad it made it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that chicken made it, because Matt's dog doesn't differentiate between ducks and chickens.
If you ever had a dog, you might know.
I got 3.
Yeah, what are they? They house pooches.
Yeah, they're house pooches.
Bird fetching machines.
Yeah,
they really
scout.
are. I would love, I think it would be so fun, because I have one myself. I have a just runs the roost at the house, never gets outside kind of dog. Dude,
French, right? Frenchie?
Yeah, he's a French bulldog.
Yeah.
What if we took them hunting one day and just,
Bring our corgi and French bulldog.
There was one time we came back.
Pissed.
There was one time we came back from frogging one night, and it was at Connor's house. Nate, you were with me, and my French bulldog Dexter. We had a crawfish sack full of frogs, and one of them slipped out and jumped out in the yard, and Dexter grabbed him, and he was like super proud. He was like he looks like a retriever with that frog in his mouth, like you would see Jax with a duck in his mouth. And he like ran up to the door, and so I just opened it, let him back inside. He got in the bed with my wife, and she's like not about frogs. He like jumped up on her, and she was like screaming. She's like, ah, and I was laughing my ass off right there at the door, and this frog's like kicking. He's like sticking his webbed feet up into Dexter's eyes, trying to jump out of his mouth.
So, Nick, Maroon 2. What's your plans with it? I mean, are we going to be hearing any kind of music coming out soon, videos, or you know, tour dates. I don't know how big you're getting into it. I know whenever you put your mind on something, you execute, you deliver, and you go through with whatever you're planning to do. So I'm just curious on, like, where are you going to be taking this to?
It's coming soon in 2023.
2023,
Yes.
Maroon 2.
Maroon 2.
And are you going to start like a YouTube channel or something or what?
Yes.
Okay.
So, are you going to be able to get back with Coach Morris? Is he going to be able to do some work with you again?
All right, he will.
He's down with it.
He's down with it.
He's down for the cause, man. He lives and dies by Maroon.
He
2.
is
Oh, yeah.
down with the sickness. But yeah, I was just curious, man. I'm looking forward to seeing your endeavors on your music career, and you know, I just wanted to hear your input on it.
Yeah. I got a T-shirt. Coach and his wife made my Maroon 2 T-shirt for me. It's something special.
Hell yeah.
If it's a special thing, I mean, I would like to get one. Can I get one, or is it like a special thing?
It's kind of like a special thing.
What if I wanted to get one? Would you make one for me?
I'll get Coach Morris' wife and Coach Morris make it.
Maybe see if we can make that happen.
Oh,
Let's
it'd be
see,
cool.
because I would literally wear a Maroon
Yeah,
t-shirt.
I would
Oh,
maybe maybe we could do like a trade or something. I'll hit you up with like a Bayou Dragon shirt or whatever. We'll do like a trade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that'd be cool as shit. I would like a Maroon 2 shirt signed by you.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
I think that'd
I'll
be
sign
cool.
it.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All of like the autograph stuff that you have, like I have some autograph stuff too, but like the highest on my list would be that it was signed by you.
Maroon 2.
Wouldn't that be
though.
cool? Like, can you imagine? Like, you're the guy signing the autographs?
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
That'd be badass, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. We will.
We'll do it.
I will do it.
Make it happen.
So,
Make it happen for sure.
so Nick, is there anything else you've been trying to just? I mean, with everything you're doing and done, is there anything else you have your sights set on? Trying to start up another business or anything? Anything that you just? I mean, and if you don't, it's good. I just was curious if you've had any kind of. Hey, stop that. Any ideas or anything?
Probably not.
Probably not.
He stays pretty busy with his
Yeah.
chickens.
Yeah, the chickens are. I mean, dude, 23 chickens.
Yeah.
I believe that was a famous basketball player's number.
23.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
There you
Oh,
go.
was it Michael Jordan?
Yes, Michael Jordan.
I thought it was Shaq.
Yeah,
Shaq was not.
he has a pretty good list of chores, but like you love doing chores, huh?
I do.
He'll be like, "What are you doing, brother?" I'll be like, just like folding some clothes." He's like, "Oh yeah, I was folding clothes earlier." I was like, "Oh yeah, like do you like doing chores?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I love them." I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, you can fold my clothes if you want to."
No, don't fall for that.
Don't do it, Nick. Don't do it.
'Cause I
Stick
bet
to your
you-
script.
Because I guarantee you can fold a shirt way better than him.
Oh, yeah, I do.
I've seen him fold shirts.
I know for a fact you can fold shirts better than Grundle. 100% fact. In other news,
What kind of wine are you sipping on there, Porter?
Just a nice red wine, man. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I'm not trying to be too bougie today on this podcast. But
Porter, he doesn't ever drink fancy wine. He actually knows very little about wineries and
Yeah.
wine and all that.
Yeah.
Thunderbird will do just fine, is what Porter's motto is.
Boone's Farm.
Boons.
yeah, you know, box.
Box. We slap the
Slap
bag
the
on
bag.
occasion. What do we call that, Porter? You care to remind us?
Choctaw?
No, not the Choctaw. The,
Just slap the bag.
No, not slap the bag.
The Franzia?
Slap the hiney.
I can't believe you guys.
I'm not listening to what you're saying.
The purge, man.
Oh,
The purge. We're gonna purge.
Oh, yeah.
Is what we call it,
We
man. It just
purge
really
before-
cleans you out.
We purge before every wedding.
You purge, and this is a big wedding thing, and it just so happens that we kind of started doing this in a point where everybody was starting to get married.
I got a question. So Nick, you've been in a basketball league, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing in this basketball league?
A long time.
Long time.
Yes.
So you're about to have your championship game coming up, huh?
Yep.
This Saturday
This Saturday.
in Groves.
in Groves, Texas. And what position you play?
Point guard.
Oh, you're the
guard.
Oh, you that dude.
The big dog.
You're the
baby.
dude.
The big dog.
Like you can dribble left-handed and right-handed.
Oh, yeah.
And you can do
Oh,
it
hell
all.
yeah.
I will say this too about Nick. He is like as many things as we've talked about, whether it's been like, farming or like swimming or anything like that, this dude's a straight up athlete.
Yes.
I went to a game of his one time. It was a baseball game, and I showed up in support, and dude, Nick comes up to the plate, and they turn around and they're like, everybody back up, because he's about to go yard. Like, this dude's about to just hit a fucking dinger, and sure enough, to my pleasure, I showed up. It's my first game to ever see Nick smokes one right out of the park. KC Royals slid into home plate, and Nate was right there to welcome him, right into home plate.
Yeah, so like everybody has their like buddies. Like each player has their buddies. So like when Nick walks up, they're like, all right, stand in front of your buddies, and all the helpers are like stand in front of the players, and because they know Nick's when it comes off that bat, it's gonna be hot.
And what do they turn around and they say, buddies, back your players up. Yeah.
And man, it's almost like every time he gets up there, he just yanks one right out of the park. Bat flips, rounds first, just oh
Hell yeah.
Dude, the energy.
Even though it's a home run, he slides into home every time.
Dude, the energy from the not only like the spectators, but like the players, dude. Like everybody gets so hyped. It's like a really good energy. Everybody's all hyped up. It's a lot of fun, dude. A lot of fun. I remember it was we did an indoor one too, and they were like, "Hey, good thing there's cages on these lights because he's about to knock a fucking bulb out." Remember when it was a Ford Park? It was raining.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you hit one into the ceiling.
Yeah, you had to play inside. That was nuts.
So
Nutty.
what other do you have any other sports coming up, sports events or club ball or anything coming up?
After basketball, I got like fishing.
Oh, you got
Ooh.
fishing.
Yeah.
So what's that entail?
So what do you fish with like a league? Same way there's like a baseball and a basketball league, or
Yeah.
yeah. So there's is it like a tournament or
Something like that, but I got some awards by fishing.
yeah? Was it
Yeah.
like bass fishing?
Yeah, bass fishing.
So where do you go to go bass fishing?
In Ireland.
Nederland?
Yes.
I think they like fish like this big pond.
Yeah.
But Nick pulls in fish every time.
He's pulling on them.
You're going to be using the Bayou Dragon baits this year?
Oh yeah.
Hey, we'll sponsor you.
We'll sponsor you. We will
1,000%.
We will have you a full-blown. You will be the only person there with.
A bass boat in the pond.
Yeah,
wrapped in Bayou Dragons.
I will let you drive my Ranger Comanche out there,
Cool.
just and run through everybody's lines while they're casted out there. Like,
Yeah, you'll drop the power poles 6 inches from the bank.
bro, I don't got power poles. I ain't rich. I ain't rich. But
But I sure want to be.
I want to be. So fishing. That's going to be your after your championship game this Saturday in Groves, Texas. You go into fishing.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in seeing how you do in that.
Oh yeah.
So you think year round, you pretty much have something to do at all times, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any downtime? Can you think of one point during the year, whether it's summer, winter, or fall or spring, where you're kind of just not doing anything, or you're always doing something?
I'll always do something.
Yeah.
He goes He goes bowling
Oh.
every Wednesday.
Yes, I do.
Every
you do
Wednesday.
that every throughout the whole year?
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday throughout the whole year that he's bowling.
That's 54
Every
times
Wednesday.
in a year.
Yeah, I heard they called you Mr. Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah, and in bowling it's when
Turkey.
you hit 3 strikes in a row.
Yeah.
So that's what they call you. Is that true? Because I heard you're a very good bowler, and somebody said,
Yeah.
I said, hey man, I got this friend. His name's Nick, and he bowls, and they were like, oh, is that Mr. Turkey? And I was like, I don't know. He's pretty good. You're that good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
You can bowl some strikes?
Oh yeah, I can.
He just got a new bowling ball. It's a camouflage bowling ball.
Hell yeah,
And
Let's put a Bayou Dragon sticker on.
dude, we could do it.
Hell
and
yeah.
his first bowl with it was a strike.
Come on, that's good juju.
That is good
juju.
I've never hit a strike in my life,
I have.
but I'm just awful at bowling. I'm like
You're also illiterate.
yeah, but I'm around like a 38 bowler.
Yeah, I wouldn't dispute those numbers. I would actually strongly agree with him, and I would bet the latter, less than 38.
That's probably pretty close, but well, shit, Nick. I mean, so, and then you are the most avid Snapchatter I know too, because
Yes.
you entertain me with your Snapchat stories every single day,
Yes, I do.
hands down. And what's great is you'll do like, you'll walk people through different scenarios, or you'll say you'll come out and say, all right, 80s classic rock, these are the best 3 songs that are, in my opinion, the best. And you'll tell them what they are, whatever. And I think it's very entertaining, very informational, because a lot of people have shitty taste in music, and everything you've said so far has been gold.
Yeah, I love the fact too. Like we talked about this on our last podcast, like the personalization of somebody who has a lot going on. Like Jay talked about it with Redbone and Mr. Nathan doing like high volume and orders, but still handwriting all of the addresses on the envelopes. Yeah. That's something that Nick does too, man. He's a busy guy. He's on all these social media platforms, and every Snapchat that I get from him is I get a lot of personalized, like, hey, what's up, Matt? He's just for me. You know, he's singling me out and saying, hey, what's going on? You know, telling me like, I miss you, brother. Come on, swing through the house. You know, let's drink a couple beers and hang out.
I get a hell yeah, brother, about every 9 days.
Yeah.
If not more recent, but like at least every 9 days I get a hell yeah, brother. And I'm like, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
So, Nick, I just wanted to reiterate, I just appreciate your time, taking time out of your day to come and hang out with us, you know, the small people, and gracing us with your presence.
You're welcome.
Did you have fun doing the podcast, man?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to do it again?
I'd love to.
That's good, man. I think you've done a really good job, dude. Like I had a really great time. You're very well spoken.
Thank you.
I think you did a really good job, man.
Thank you, Matt.
My boy.
My brother.
My brother.
Hell yeah.
For sure, dude.
Hey,
Nathan, Nathan, you didn't do too bad yourself, man. I appreciate you. You're going to be on more. I know you're a busy guy, but
well, I mean, we all work different shifts, and
Ah.
seems like the only time you'll ever call me is
When you need something.
Whenever you need something,
Or
or
we
when
need
I'm
Nick.
already doing something.
Yeah.
or when we need Nick.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
But
we'll,
yeah,
we'll
I
work
hope
on it.
I hope to be on more. I had a good time.
We'll have more time off together. I'm on a little bit different shift now, so we'll make it shake.
Hell yeah.
That was super fun, guys. I appreciate it. Before we go, shout out to Hook and Bullet Sunglasses. Go ahead and check them out if y'all haven't. They're on all social media platforms. They make you see the future. Snuff Cup Spittoons, fantastic product. If you dip any kind of tobacco product, I would dip it. And then Giglio Distributing, well, that's just our local distributor, but Lone Star Light, drink it. Makes you big and strong.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Come back for next week.